apparently we're not calling it making extra money anymore. We're now calling it money maxing. And when I first heard the term, I said, what? Wait a minute. Because haven't we been doing this all along? But the more I started to look into it, the more I realized that I actually love the idea of money maxing. Because basically, instead of just asking yourself, how can I save more money? We're asking ourselves now, how can I make more money? And how can I use what I already know? How can I use AI, ChatGPT? How can I use the internet? And most importantly, how can I stop depending on one paycheck to just determine the kind of life that I want or the kind of life that I can have? What I can get behind, or today you can get ahead by start money maxing from home. And listen, I'm not just talking about sitting around and telling you to go do 17 different surveys for pennies on the dollar. I want to talk to you about real things that have actual real potential that you can start from home. And some of these things are just skills you probably already have. So just grab your coffee, your water, your tea, or whatever you like to drink, because we need to talk. And before we get into it, if you're new here, hey girl, hey, my name is Tangela. And around here, we talk about making money and creating more income so that we can have more freedom and more time for our life and our family. So if you like that type of content, please subscribe. And if you like this video, I want you to hit the thumbs up. Let's get into this money. Number one, using AI to learn a new skill or putting a skill into service. Now, this is where I think a lot of people are just sleeping on AI, because everybody keeps talking about AI is replacing jobs. And yes, AI is changing the way that people work, and I'm looking at it like from one side, how can I use this to make my job easier? Or how could I use this to make more money? Because AI doesn't necessarily have to be the business. It can help you run your business. And AI has really helped me in the past to run my Facebook ads, and it has doubled my tax business income tremendously. AI can help with posting, basic content creation. It can help you learn a new skill, or at least direct you into the path of learning a new skill. It can brainstorm for you. It can research. It can outline. It do bukus of things. It's the same thing as a virtual assistant, and it's the same thing as managing your social media or creating a flyer for you or editing your video. I think Claude AI does the editing, but you don't have to know everything. You just need to know how to get the results for somebody, and that's the big difference. And I think that where people get intimidated is they'll usually say things like, well, I'm not an expert, so I don't think I should charge them. Okay, but do you know how to do something that somebody else doesn't know how to do? Like for your job, for example. When you got hired on your job, you probably didn't know how to do that specific job, but they trained you. AI can do the same thing. Number two, short form video editing. Okay, this one right here, I would seriously look at it, because if you are younger and you're trying to figure out what skill you want to learn, start this right now, because everybody wants content. Nowadays, with all these different businesses and stuff, they want reels. YouTubers want shorts. People want TikToks. Podcasters, they want different types of clips that they can use, but everybody don't know how to sit down to edit them. So I understand, because editing will have you looking up and wondering how in the heck you're still up at 2 a.m. in the morning. So imagine somebody has a 30-minute podcast. You take that podcast and turn it into 5 or 10 different shorts. You add captions, you clean up the pauses, you find the interesting moments, all of that. But if you really want to know how to do it, tell me below in the comment section, and I promise you I will give you a tutorial on how to edit. Even though I have basic editing skills, in these videos are totally doable. They are things that you know how to do, or easy things that you can learn how to do in your part-time or your spare time. Making money doesn't always require you to start up some type of huge company, because gig work now, the whole gig work and gig economy, that is so big nowadays. Like with the Ubers and the DoorDash, especially in my area, the Ubers and DoorDash and Sparking for Walmart and just all that. People would rather do that than to be clocking into a 9 to 5. I mean, I haven't been a W-2 worker in over 9 years, and I thank God for the freedom and the flexibility that I have, because I'm off with my kids in the summertime. That's how I'm able to bring you guys these YouTube videos. But enough about me. Let me stop rambling. Let's go back to digital marketing. That is another marketing adventure that you can go into, as far as being able to get digital products out there. Once you make them, you can sell them over and over and over again, and you can turn that information into a checklist, a template, a guide, a planner, a spreadsheet. I can go on and on. Whatever makes sense for you, and at the end of the day, like I always say, whatever you think that you're knowledgeable about, or that you already know how to do, make that into some type of digital product. And the thing I want you to do is start with a real problem. What do people usually ask you about? Whether there's something that's pertaining to your job, and then think about how you can make that easier for somebody else. I want you to start there. Also, with content creation, you can think about the UGC creation. It's called user generated content, and basically you're selling your videos to businesses who are looking for videos to show their product. And personally, I think this is a bigger part of where the online market is shifting. People don't always want to see these polished commercial videos anymore. Sometimes they want to see something authentic, where people are cooking from their kitchen, and then they will buy it before you know it, because they can relate to it. Even with my videos, like, some people over edit their videos and cut out every said word or whatever. But with me, I like to leave it because I feel like it makes me more natural. I don't want to look like the average influencer, because I'm not. I'm just your average girl trying to share the information that I know. I'm just a normal person. The last thing I want to talk about is online reselling. Now listen, we're not talking about eBay. That's what I used to do back in the day. That's what I did 13 years ago when my son was small. But now we're actually talking about selling your things, like on TikTok, or doing a TikTok shop and signing up as an affiliate, with clothes and shoes and electronics and mattresses and all the things that we see on TikTok. Because I know when I get on TikTok, my Apple Pay is hooked up, so anytime I'm on TikTok and I see something, especially live during the day, and I'm scrolling on TikTok, I will buy it. So you don't necessarily have to buy $2,000 worth of inventory. Just start with even just the TikTok affiliate, where you buy the item, and then you wear it, talk about it, post it on your TikTok, and that way you can start making money from home, right from your own bedroom. So it's pretty much just sell what you are wearing and learn what actually sells, because a lot of people like to see things on a person before they buy it. All right, so the bigger lesson here is, I don't want you to have to make this big investment. Sometimes you just need to connect something with somebody, or connect with somebody who wants something that you have. There are so many business owners out there who do not want to learn technology. They just want to set up the email automation, and they just pretty much want to set it and forget it. I'm like that during tax season, because I have to be solely focused on my client's tax return, because I'm dealing with so much personal information that I don't have time to upload on YouTube, or I don't have time to try to create videos. So I try to batch content my videos, and that's the same thing with anything online. Even with the digital products that I was telling you about, you can batch create those digital products, a cookbook, and you can demonstrate yourself cooking whatever that's in your cookbook, and you can start selling it just like that. And maybe you'll learn how to do other simple small things, or maybe you can come up with things that you already know how to do. The thing is, I want you to pull what's inside, pull it out, because we all have that skill or something that we're good at. I want to hold you accountable. I want you to comment below what you think you should start working on, or what skill you think that will start bringing you money, the skill that you already have. Now, here's what I really want you to take away from this video. Money maxing is just about running around thinking about 47 different side hustles that you can try. Please don't do that to yourself, because you'll just beat yourself down and be wore out and tore up. You need to find one thing that makes sense for you, one thing you're good at, or one thing that you do on your job that you're good at. Learn it, critique it, get good at it, tell people about it, and figure out who needs your help. Once you make that first dollar outside of your regular paycheck, something shifts inside us mentally. It's like, oh, I actually can do this. Like, you become your own biggest cheerleader. So that's the part that I'm passionate about. Then you can use that money to pay off some debt, build an emergency fund or a savings account. That's the type of freedom that I'm talking about. The type of freedom that when you go on vacation, you don't have to worry about, oh, my bank account is getting low. What do I need to do when I get back home? You have a big emergency fund or a big savings account that you don't have to rely on anyone else whenever a bill comes due. And I want you to subscribe, because that's my mission, is to continue to come up with ideas about how to create more money for you guys to be able to gain the financial freedom for not just the lifestyle, but to be able to be more comfortable in life, to have your kids more comfortable, and to be able to move on your terms and create the life that you want. So I'll see you in the next video.